Good morning. It is day 2 of my Transamerican bicycle tour. Didn't feel like filming this last night where I camped. I'm still on the Virginia Capitol Trail. I'm at intersection 106 and 156. Couldn't tell you the name of the town. I know Hopewell is about 5 to 10 miles that way. But I just wanted to show you where I camped last night. You know, not much of a choice. There's nothing out here for miles. Why did I choose here and not someplace quieter? Well, intersections, there's always people, there's always something going on. So if there's an emergency, you just jump out in the middle of the street. 2, there's always less critters, not less spiders. This tree is loaded with some humongous spiders. But it's just a safety thing. And again, I don't like critters bothering me in the middle of the night, like what happened to me in Maryland, where I had a raccoon decide to punch me in my kidneys on this side of the tent. I don't think he was really trying to punch me in the kidneys. I think he just wanted to get at my food. But anyway, I got to pack up, make coffee, and get moving. Richmond's that way. I don't know how many miles. It's either 12 or 35. I'm going to go with 35. GPS was lying to me last night. Wouldn't be the first time on my big trip here. So, as I was making my day 2 video, my coffee water got a little too hot, so I decided to have breakfast. I had potatoes and roast beef. Yeah, it works. What are you going to do? Before I put my bike back together, I just want to point out something. I have 2 different rims. What? Yes, my first rim, which is the original to the bike, has 28 spokes. The rear wheel is a Bontrager Affinity TLR and it has 32 spokes. What's the difference? Well, the more spokes you have on a bike, the heavier the load you can carry. I didn't know, or I didn't realize, I didn't think, someone didn't, it just didn't dawn on me to get a better rim with more spokes for my bike before the trip, or I would have done it. Anyway, what happened is 3 days ago I rolled into Williamsburg, Virginia. As I'm going down a hill, I hit something in the road and I heard something snap. I thought my frame broke. Later on that night I realized I broke another spoke. So I had 2 broken spokes. The next morning I went over to Trek of Williamsburg, and they were able to repair the 2 spokes. They put on a new chain, and I got a new cassette. I kind of burned out my old cassette, chewed it up going through Port Jervis, New York, and I didn't have any gears. Actually, I didn't have any gears from the day I bought this thing. It's always run like crap. But anyway, they did the repairs. I was so thankful. I left. I'm going down the road. I didn't even get halfway to Yorktown, and I broke a different 2 spokes. Anyway, I did my tire dip. I accidentally dropped my brand new spoke wrench into the Chesapeake Bay. Well, I figured I'd pass the bike shop and buy a new spoke wrench. Anyway, coming back on the alternate route for the Transamerican Trail. It's called the Alt Richmond route. And the reason why I'm taking that is because the original route includes the Colonial Highway for many, many miles. I think it's almost, it's anywhere from 20 to 30 miles. Well, it's closed. You can't go on it. There's no trespassing signs, and it's all torn up every 100 feet. It's done that way so no one can travel on it as they do the modifications. So I'm on the Alt Richmond route, and all of a sudden I realize I'm going to pass the store that did the work, Trek of Williamsburg. So I walked back in there, and I saw Ben, Elizabeth, and Michael again. Ben was the original mechanic on the bike. Well, they said, bring the bike in. I told them I couldn't afford the additional repairs. I said, don't worry about it. They were more worried about my safety. So I brought the bike in, and they were about ready to cut new spokes and they were preparing the rim, and all of a sudden, they decided to gift me a brand new rim. Again, the Bontrager Affinity. It has 32 spokes, and I can't tell you how happy I am. It is a different ride. The more spokes, it's a little stiffer ride, which is fine with me. it's amazing, and it shifts better. With the new rim, it shifts even better than it did with the Specialized. So I'm more than happy. Again, thank you, Ben, Elizabeth, and Michael. You guys were amazing. You were wonderful, and thank you for helping me out. It's about 9:45, and I still haven't left my campsite yet. It's all packed up, ready to go. You can see I leave no trace behind with my garbage there on the side. Solar panels are hooked up and ready to go. And Richland, Ashland bound. If you're wondering how bad my gears were before, when I was leaving Mount Vernon for the second time, a jogger passed me. That's how bad they were. And now I can go up hills. That 156 North with the 76 sign was the original way I came. That's the traditional, what do you call it? TransAmerican Trail. But I'm on the alternate Richmond route this time, just because it's different. And why not? Besides, that way I'd be doing a lot of uphill. So this will be new to me. And I only came through there 4 days ago. A moment ago I mentioned that I was on another route, the original Trans Am. I was about 4 or 5 days ago coming through. Just get to the starting point. I started my trip on April 4th, Friday, and I've been making my way down the East Coast since then. I'm choosing the alternate route to Richmond because the Colonial Highway from around Williamsburg to Yorktown was closed. So it was kind of, there was no established route other than the Colonial Highway. And Google wasn't my friend. So I've already done the original part of it up to Ashland, or from Ashland down to the mile marker 35 on the Virginia Capitol Trail. So why not go see Richmond? And then I'll cut up to Ashland, pick up Ash Cake Road, and head west. I love these bridges in Virginia. They're part of the cycling trail, and you could find them from Alexandria. Actually, I found them from DC on down. Or no, Maryland, all the way down here. Well, I was at the trailhead. Got stopped again today for fourth time. People really like the idea of solar on my bike to charge my batteries. Questions about seat, routes, traffic. And other things, you know, just tons and tons of questions. But man, the solar panels really gets everybody's attention, especially non-bikers. People who do ride are more interested in the map, the type of seat. I'm using a Brooks saddle, B17. And other little things about camping, where I camp, stealth camping a lot. Yeah, everybody's been interesting so far. This is not a bad ride. Kind of nice setting in the back, paved, a little hilly through here. My first sight of Richmond. I'm still on the Virginia Capitol Trail. I'm in Richmond now. You follow an old rail line. Kind of nice. Again, I'm still in Richmond. And again, some nice scenery in Richmond. This is Monument Avenue, Richmond, Virginia. It is unlikely that my other rim would have made it this far. I think I would have broken a couple more spokes on the way to Richmond, and definitely on this brick paved road. I would have destroyed that rim. Kind of nice to have a bike lane. On the outskirts of Richmond, heading on to Ashland now. And I've had a bike lane for about 2 miles. I'm back in Ashland. I left Ash Cake Road. I'm heading up to, well, I'm on the trail now, supposedly. Now, I don't know if this is part of the actual TransAmerican Trail as people would know it, because I came up the Richmond alternative. This is how I'm being routed through Ashland to get to the main trail. For you horse lovers, Secretariat, and I am on the official Trans Am. I just never seen this. It is official. I am on the Trans Am. I've just never seen this in anyone's videos. Oh, this doesn't happen often. I'm on a downhill. I'll take it. I just met somebody. He did the Trans Am about 30 years ago. He just rode with me for about a couple miles there. Gave me some tips. What map from Adventure Cycling Association would be complete without a hill? This is like my 3rd or 4th one in a row. This one's pretty steep. The others were pretty steep too. This one's just longer.